What I'd like to talk about today are some of the issues that surround certainly what you're all dealing with in one form or another. And primarily my, my concern is to make sure that you realize that there are solutions out there even when people do have illnesses which normally preclude their getting coverage for, say, long-term nursing care, for home care, and for other types of services. So my purpose in talking today is to try and give you a wide-ranging set of viewpoints, not necessarily just mine, but those from our industry, the insurance industry, and also some input as to what's happening from a government point of view, whether it's good or bad. And most likely you've heard something, although it's probably been very limited, about what's called the Class Act, which is an act passed by the Congress in the past year or so with the intention of creating a long-term care program for all Americans. In the past 6 months, they've come to the conclusion that financially they can't do it. They cannot put together a program that will work. So unfortunately, what's going to happen is it falls back on each of us to take care of these issues ourselves. And what you're going to find is there are going to be more companies that are going to change the kinds of products they have. And the reason I hesitated when I said that is that many of the companies today have actually taken their products off the market. And they've taken them off the market for a specific reason. They have realized that the pricing and the type of services they've been trying to promise in these programs are more than they can afford and more than they can pay out in terms of their being in business 20, 30 years in the future. So what's happening is these programs are being pulled back off the marketplace and they're being redesigned. And they will be less robust types of programs and they will be more expensive. And in some cases, many cases, coverage will be denied to those who are in situations where they already have a health issue. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about how we get around some of those issues. So hopefully, when you leave here today from my part of the presentation, you'll have a little better idea of what is possible in terms of a solution for you if you've not already taken care of it. Now, I spoke with a couple of the people here in the audience as they came in today who have already gotten coverage from one source or another, possibly years and years ago. You want to stay on top of what you have and make sure that if there is going to be a rate increase, a change in the benefits, an opportunity to buy more coverage, any of those things that could happen, just be aware that there will be changes. The entire industry is going through this right now. Having said that, each of you has pages from one of the books that I wrote, I think in your possession. And I'd like to just briefly go through those pages so you get an idea of the things that we look at when we talk about long-term care, when we try to help clients understand these issues.